As he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Break yellow. I'm the lady. Me and you all day. Yellow. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check nickel.
Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And their 1st down, Chiefs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Kelce, the intended receiver there. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Garoppolo gives to Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check 15. Hey, 15. Right, 64, weak. Yellow. 56, Mike, 56. Bound to lose one.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
He's checking, he's checking.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is Breida. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D4. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now,
21,
following
21.
the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Under 10, under 10. Touch.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Here we go.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Check 50, check 50. Check, check, check.
Garoppolo now. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 26 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mahomes now to throw, and he's going to go down again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Joker, 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 Joker. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Back, back, back.
They run for it with Breida. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 66 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line of scrimmage. Once he got past that first wave of tacklers, goodbye.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
32-yard line.
second down. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Yellow. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And Butker pulled it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
21.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All day.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They go play fake. Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yellow, yellow.
56. Mike, 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Here's Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They run with Breida. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Fellas, here we go.
53, check 53. Here I come. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, gun.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check 3, check 3.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in about the time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what...
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just cause
skills.